Every LLM, including ChatGPT, which we're going to use today, is trained on millions, billions, and even trillions of knowledge documents. It uses the users to learn more things about the world. So because of that, it appears super smart on the surface level. But when it doesn't have the right context for you, for your business, the way you run things, there's absolutely no way that it can just give you quick results without you having to go down the deep, dark rabbit hole of prompting, prompt engineering, putting in gigantic prompts to try and get results. So let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. If we're in ChatGPT here, and we start off by, say something really simple you might use ChatGPT for, and we say, give me a YouTube script for first-time home buyers. And we just hit enter. So what it's going to do is it's going to search for everything it knows and start to bring things out. And honestly, it might be not too bad. So let's just have a peek at a few things that are going on here. So the first thing is super clear. Hey everyone, I'm your name, doesn't know me. A realtor here in my city, doesn't know the city. Why is that important? Because my city and my state might have different rules and different things that we can say, we can show, and we can talk about to first-time homebuyers. Here's another one here, types of loan you qualify for. So in Colorado, there's a loan called the CHFA loan, which is specific to this state. Here's another one. When you're buying your first place, it's tempting to want everything, big yard, modern kitchen, close to downtown. Well, it doesn't know where we are in our specific area. Do we have a downtown? Do the target avatar that we work with want to live downtown? Are they more land and ranch people? Do they want to live in the mountains? And if it was a mountain property, look at this, roof, plumbing, electrical, and HVAC systems. Well, what about septic tanks? What about soil reports? So you can see what I'm getting at here. It spits out something half decent, but we're going to have to go in there and edit it and do a lot of different thinking inside of there. Basically what it's doing is it's pretending that it knows what we want to do. And this is based on the level 1 context of training data in the LLM. So if you're throwing in just a generic prompt, it's going to give you generic output because the level of context is very, very low. Now, level 2 here is to add in system prompts. So AI is going to spit out kind of generic language, generic things, but each LLM has their own system prompts, which are just singular words that will make ChatGPT go deeper and learn more about what you're trying to do and give you a better output from the jump. And in order to find these, you're going to come into Google and just search for your LLM and just write system prompt words to use. And it will give you a lot. Now, there'll be a lot of Reddit documents and stuff like that. Typically at the top, it will give you some. But we can come down here, look, tips for writing system prompts, avoid ambiguous language to create words, start prompts with direct commands like write, create, summarize. And then we come down here like analysis, context, data. So the words that you use matter in the prompt. So let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's just copy that prompt that we used at the start. And we'll do a new chat. We'll paste in the same prompt. But this time we'll say, write me a YouTube script for first-time home buyers. Let's use some of these words here, analysis, context, and data. And we'll just put this in at the end. Use analysis, context, and data. So all we're doing is just throwing those words in here to make sure that ChatGPT does a little bit more first time. And let's see what it spits out here. And you can see from it, I built around context, analysis, and relevant data to make it both educational and encouraging. So look here, we've got so much more just from this one change. Look what it's doing. It's giving us data on the market. Now, it still doesn't know that we're in Denver. It hasn't thought about this. It's talking about data from NAR. Look how much more information it's giving us that is way more helpful for a video script. If we pull the other one back up here and we see that it just gives us these steps, different things to talk about, like look at this here, save more for the down payment, blah, 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 blah. Well, if we go into the one with our context here, it talks about credit score, pre-approved, local programs, building your team, think long-term, giving way more data just because of those singular words we used. So a very, very easy way to take up your results first time just by using specific words that are system prompts. All right, the next level, level 3, is all about preferences. So in ChatGPT, you can go down to the bottom here, click on your name, click personalization, and you'll see we've got our personalization of the LLM right here. Now, all we have to do is turn this on, and you can do a lot of things here. So let's just paste in this. Here we've got answering bullet points and sub-bullet points whenever it makes sense. Be conservative in your claims, estimations, and assertions. Don't overpromise or create unrealistic expectations. Tell me your level of certainty when making statements, plus anything you're not sure about, and what would change your opinion. So we're really challenging it to not just spit out random nonsense. We want it to be definite about what it's saying. And you can come down and do more nickname, occupation, you can say realtor, and you can tell it more about you and your business right here. So all we're going to do is hit save. Perfect. And then let's take our second prompt that we did with our system prompt words in there. And then we'll paste this in again, and it's going to use our custom instructions as well as the system prompts. And it's going to give us something even better. So you can see it's starting to give us things in bullet points, which is much more easier for me to read. It's given the right data of mortgage rates. It's putting a lot more things in here. And this is a great example right here. Even during downturns like 2008, buyers who held on to their homes for 7 to 10 years generally came out ahead. So typically if you'd put that in before, a lot of the times it would be like, oh, they came out with money in their pocket, or give it a different wording that's way more like, this is the best thing ever. But now it's starting to really drill down on what it's saying. The key is for you to afford comfortably and stay in put long enough to ride out short-term fluctuations. Great advice. Again, forget the myths about needing to put 20% down. Look at the full cost of ownership, not just your mortgage payment. Get pre-approved and know your numbers before you fall in love with a house. Great advice. So with custom instructions, it's now building us out a really good script for a YouTube video, but we don't want to stop there. And this is where you really want to put in project knowledge. And in this place, we're going to build a project for our business. And now it's actually going to get to know us, what we do, who we are, who we service, and then build out this script again. So let's come in here. In my project, you can see I have a Gault group project right here. And the files that I've uploaded to are a business overview of what we do, how we work, and speech patterns that we took from our YouTube videos that it learned for us. So now it's got that. Let's paste in the same prompt again inside this project. And now it's going to give us a robust YouTube script, but it knows who we are. It knows about us. So let's see the differences that comes up when we are looking at this. And here we go. Section 4, in cities like Denver, where my team helps a ton of families relocate. So it's not just geographically got this right. This is the way I would talk, where my team helps a ton of families relocate. Before that, it would have said like where my team facilitates, and uses kind of AI language to get there. But now it's actually starting to pick and choose how we talk and how we do things right. Here we go. Check this out. Let's be real for a second. It's not just numbers and data. Buying your first home is emotional. I know because I've been there myself, moving internationally with my family and starting fresh. That's why having someone in your corner who gets both the process and emotions matters. It's taken who we are, what we do in our business, our core values, the way we speak, and now it's built something really, really good out. And this is where using projects is really, really helpful for you to get quick results for your business. So make sure when you're doing that, we'll come up here again, add in as many files as you want. The business overview is really, really good to have. And let me show you that right now. So our business overview, very simple. Our mission, our target customer, target avatar, our core differentiators, what makes us different from other realtors here, sales strategy, the way we do things, marketing strategy, tech and AI tools that we use, client fulfillment systems, growth and brand building, and the rest goes on. So building that out is really, really important. Again, you can use ChatGPT to do exactly that. So that is step number 4. That's the 4th level of context. But we need a 5th, the creme de la creme, the one that's really going to set your stuff apart and get things first time down. Now, all we're going to do with this is come in. So let's just open up a fresh ChatGPT here. And if you go to GPTs, then just type in prompt. And the first thing that comes up is prompt engineer. Now, what this GPT does is it takes the thing that you're trying to say, the prompt you're putting in, and it will extrapolate it and actually build it into a really dialed in prompt. So let's paste the prompt that we did first time. Write me a YouTube script for first-time homebuyers using analysis, context, and data. And we'll throw that into this GPT, and it's going to spit us out something that's way better. So I'm not going to read all of this out, but basically it's going through, hey, you're a skilled YouTube scriptwriter. Here's the hook, introduction, market context, buyer psychology, step-by-step advice, pro tips, data integration, call to action. So we're going to copy this entire prompt. We're going to go back into our project of our business because that's the one that's got our context. And we'll paste that prompt in here now. And now this should spit out pretty much a first time, good to go YouTube script, which has everything that we need in it. It's going through all the 5 levels of context, from the LLM knowledge all the way through to the system prompt language that we're using, the preferences that we've put into our custom instructions, our project files, and now this master prompt that has put us into. And you see how nicely it's done this. It's built this out. Hey, I'm Lewi with the Gault Group here in Denver. If you're a first-time home buyer feeling overwhelmed at today's market, you're in the right place. Context, mortgage rates and home prices, dials this in. Buyer psychology, going over fears and facts. Step-by-step advice, so we go through bullet points here, which is perfect for videos. Pro tips that you should know about. Data integration, so we would pull up a NAR statistic and bring this up here, and then a call to action at the end. So this is just obviously a YouTube script, but you can use this for anything, but it's all about understanding the context levels of LLMs and ChatGPT, Gemini, any of the ones you use. If you just put in that first prompt and you're kind of hoping that you're going to get a great output, it's not going to happen. We need to build the levels of what you're doing, and it's very, very simple to do. You just need to know how to do it, and now you do. So make sure next time you go into ChatGPT and you just want a quick answer, you go through these steps, you make sure ChatGPT or Gemini is set up correctly, and you're going to get a perfect output the first time. That might just need a little bit of tweaking here and there, but it's going to be 90% of the way there for sure. You just need to do a little bit of editing, and off you go. So hopefully this helps you if you've struggled in the past with prompting, with getting the desired output from ChatGPT. If you want more help with anything AI, there's links below here where I can help you in a bunch of different ways. Feel free to click them, explore what we're doing, and we'll see you on the next video.